Hello, my name is Arnie, and I'm going to talk a little bit today about the book of Isaiah, specifically the chapters 7, 8, and 9, which all speak to a common theme on the expectation and sign of a special child. So chapter 7 is connected to the reign of Hazaz and the Syro-Ephraimite war that took place early in his reign. Yahweh trying to encourage the wavering Ahaz to trust in him rather than in military alliances, invites Ahaz to ask for a sign that will prove Yahweh's power and faithfulness to deliver. But Ahaz refuses to cooperate, and so Yahweh decides to give him a sign anyway. A young woman or virgin will give birth to a child who will be called Emmanuel. And before this baby gets to be very old, the two threatening kings of Syria and Israel will be destroyed. But the name Emmanuel is the Hebrew word, in the Hebrew is God is with us. So in Isaiah 8, a child is indeed born. The child is the son of Isaiah and is given the name Maher Shalel Hashbaz, which means quick to the plunder, swift to the spoil. And this prediction is given that before this child gets very old, Syria and Israel will be destroyed. So scholars maintain that this child is the immediate fulfillment of the prophecy regarding the child in Isaiah 7. But the prophecy in 7:14 of a child called Emmanuel does not sound like a simple prophecy fulfilled in its entirety by the child in chapter 8. So this kind of prophecy is referred to as a typology, which is kind of related to the near-far view. So the near-view child born to Isaiah does fulfill the prophecy in a short-term sense. However, in the texts that follow, Isaiah indicates that there are aspects of this prophetic child that have not yet been fulfilled, but will be in the future. So in chapter 8, verse 8, Isaiah refers to the land of Judah as your land, O Emmanuel, indicating that Emmanuel is something greater than the child born in 8:3. The term Emmanuel is likewise used at the end of 8:10, indicating that God with us will be the cause of the defeat of the hostile nations. Then in Isaiah 9:6, the prophet speaks of a child again, only the child is connected to the messianic hope of a great coming Davidic king. Isaiah refers to this child as Wonderful Counselor, Mighty God, Everlasting Father, Prince of Peace. This coming child is presented as one who fulfills the Davidic covenant of 2 Samuel 7, and justice and righteousness are once again the high standards by which this coming kingdom is defined. By the end of Isaiah 9:7, the child, first mentioned in 7:14 as his own Hazaz, has merged into a spectacular, dramatic personality with divine attributes that will bring about restoration, and is based on the promises to David. The book of Isaiah. The darkness turns to light. Chapter 8, verse 19 through chapter 9, verse 6. When someone tells you to consult mediums and spirits who whisper and mutter, should not a people inquire of their God? Why consult the dead on behalf of the living? Consult God's instruction and the testimony of warning. And if anyone does not speak according to this word, they have no light of dawn. Distressed and hungry, they will roam through the land. When they are famished, they will become enraged. Looking upward, they will curse their king and their God. Then they will look toward the earth and see only distress and darkness and fearful gloom, and they will be thrust into utter darkness. Nevertheless, there will be no more gloom for those who are in distress. In the past he humbled the land of Zebulun and the land of Naphtali, but in the future he will honor Galilee of the nations by the way of the sea beyond the Jordan. The people walking in darkness, having seen a great light, on those living in the land of deep darkness, a light has dawned. You have enlarged the nation and increased their joy. They rejoice before you, as people rejoice at the harvest, as warriors rejoice when dividing the plunder. For as in the days of Midian's defeat, you have shattered the yoke that burdened them, the bar across their shoulders and the rod of their oppressor. Every warrior's boot used in battle and every garment rolled in blood will be destined for burning, will be fuel for the fire. For to us a child is born, to us a son is given, and the government will be on his shoulder, and he will be called Wonderful Counselor, Mighty God, Everlasting Father, Prince of Peace.